The video presents a static scene with a black background and centered text instruction. The video is a sequence from the game Meme War, featuring various meme characters like Peppy, Doge, and Shiba Inu engaging in animated movements on a dark blue background. The video features a sequence of events in the game Meme War, showcasing various meme characters like Peppy, Doge, Shiba Inu, and others engaging in animated movements on a dark blue background. The video shows an ongoing competitive environment within the Meme War game, featuring animated characters such as Peppy, Doge, Shiba Inu, and goat symbols competing in a dynamic space minus-like setting. In the game Meme War, various animated characters including Peppy, Doge, Shiba Inu, and others are engaged in dynamic movements. The background is dark blue with colorful dots scattered across it. It's a competitive gameplay with animated characters moving on competing against each other. This is a competitive environment within the Meme War game, with animated characters moving around in what seems to be a space minus theme setting. This is a competitive game where animated characters are moving around the screen, interacting with colorful dots in a space minus themed environment. The scene captures an intense and competitive gameplay within a virtual environment. Animated characters, resembling various animals with unique features like horns or goggles, are seen moving energetically across the screen amidst colorful dots that likely represent collectibles or points. The backdrop is space minus themed, adding to the game's dynamic atmosphere. The scene shows an intense and competitive virtual environment with animated characters moving across a space minus themed backdrop. They navigate through colorful dots, likely collectibles or points, as part of the gameplay. This is a competitive game where animated characters are moving around the screen, interacting with colorful dots in a space minus themed environment. The characters seem to be competing for points or collectibles, as indicated by their movement and the colorful dots scattered across the screen. A virtual race where animated characters navigate a space minus themed backdrop, racing for collectible points. This appears to be a dynamic and competitive game, likely involving the characters collecting points or items represented by colorful dots while maneuvering through an outer space minus themed setting. This is a virtual race where animated characters navigate through an outer space minus themed backdrop, The character Beat in second place and another character with glasses are among the participants, maneuvering around colorful dots that represent collectible points or obstacles. The game continues with Beat still leading, followed by characters like the one wearing glasses in the mask. In the game, characters with unique traits and accessories navigate through a space-like arena filled with floating dots representing collectibles or obstacles. The primary objective appears to be collecting these points while racing against other avatars in an engaging competition. The scene depicts an animated racing game where characters with distinct features and attributes are competing against each other in a space-themed backdrop. Each character navigates through floating collectibles, which could be points or obstacles that need to be avoided. The game scene features a dark background with colorful floating dots representing collectibles or obstacles. Characters like Beat and another character wearing glasses navigating through the arena, collecting points and possibly avoiding hazards. The characters are actively navigating through a space-themed arena, collecting points and avoiding obstacles. The character Beat is gaining points, indicated by the number next to it increasing. The other characters on the bay through the arena and collecting or avoiding floating objects while maintaining their positions in the rankings on the right side of the screen. In this scene, there are several animated characters navigating a space-themed arena filled with colorful floating orbs. The main focus is on the character resembling a dog's head in the bottom left corner and another character wearing glasses moving towards it from the right side of the screen. The scene appears to be from a competitive video game where multiple characters are navigating through an arena, collecting points or avoiding obstacles. The character resembling the dog's head is currently in second place with 120 points. The scene transitions to another segment of the same game where Beat is still in third place, followed by characters like Toi and others. Characters are in a game environment, navigating through an arena and collecting points or avoiding obstacles. They're trying to stay ahead of each other as they move around the space-themed setting with floating orbs acting as markers for their progress. In the gaming environment, multiple characters are present. They seem to be competing in some sort of game or race on a space-themed background with floating orbs and markers representing their positions. One notable character resembling a dog's head is currently third place as indicated by its position relative to other elements within the scene. In this sequence, the character labeled Beat appears to be in third place and is navigating through a space-themed arena. Various other characters are also present, each with different designs and colors. The environment includes floating orbs that likely represent markers or points of interest within the game. The Beat character, who has glasses and mustache, is competing against other characters like the Viking helmet miners wearing one named MILK. The environment remains space-minus themed with floating orbs marking the positions. Other elements include colorful squares that likely represent different actions or points in the game. In the gaming environment, multiple characters are navigating through a space minus themed arena with floating orbs marking their positions. A Geo-AT character is moving towards third place while competing against other unique entities, like a green character labeled BRETT. In this sequence, the character labeled Geo-8E is navigating through a space-minus themed arena. The environment includes floating orbs that likely represent markers or points of interest within the game. Other characters are also present, each with different designs and colors. This is a competitive gaming scenario where characters are moving through an arena marked by floating orbs and other visual indicators. This sequence shows characters navigating a dark arena marked with floating orbs, racing or competing against each other. A character labeled Geo-8E and navigating a dark arena filled with floating orbs of various colors, likely representing points or markers in the game. Other characters are present as well, each distinguished by different designs and colors, suggesting a competitive scenario where they may be racing against each other through this space-minus themed environment. The character labeled Geo-AT is leading the race through a dark arena filled with floating orbs, while other characters are following closely behind. The video showcases a competitive game where characters navigate through a dark arena filled with floating orbs. The Geo-AT character leads the race, pursued by other unique and colorful characters labeled as MLIK, BR8AT, among others. The scene depicts a competitive race again, with characters in the dark arena racing through space-minus themed environments. Different colored orbs are scattered across the screen, possibly indicating points or markers to be collected during this gameplay segment. This appears to be a competitive game where different characters are racing through a dark arena with floating orbs. The Geo-AT character is currently leading, followed by other unique and colorful characters labeled as MLIK, BREET, among others. A competitive game with various characters is being played in a dark arena filled with floating orbs of different colors, which appear to be points or markers. The Geo-AT character continues leading the race amidst these obstacles as other unique and colorful characters, such as MLIK, BREET, etc. The gameplay involves different characters racing through a dark arena filled with various obstacles and collectible items. The Geo-AT character is leading, but other characters are closely following. Trying to catch up or overtake the leader. The Geo-AT character, now labeled as MLIK, is leading the race in a competitive game through an arena filled with floating orbs and obstacles. Other characters like BREET, CYUI, among others, are following closely or trying to overtake an LIK. This is a competitive game where multiple characters are racing through an arena filled with obstacles and collectible items. The Geo-AT character, which has been leading the race throughout most of it, now appears to be behind another character called BEP. In this scene, we see multiple characters racing through the arena with various obstacles and collectibles. The Geo-AT character is in first place as usual, but it's not clear whether they are overtaken by others or leading again later. In this scene, multiple characters are racing through an arena filled with obstacles and collectibles. The Geo80 character is prominently displayed at the top of the screen wearing a helmet. Other recognizable characters include one labeled CYUI, which appears to be on fire briefly before continuing its path. The character labeled Geo80 is prominently displayed at the top, indicating it might be in first place or a significant figure. Other characters are racing through an arena with obstacles and collectibles scattered around them. This is a competitive racing game featuring different characters. The scene features a competitive racing game where the Geo80 character is prominently displayed at the top, indicating its leading position. The leaderboard to the right lists various characters with their ranks and points. In this sequence of images, a competitive racing game is being played with various characters navigating through an arena. The Geo80 character maintains its position at the top throughout most frames, while other characters like PEP, BONK, and SHIB also appear in different positions over time. The scene unfolds with a competitive racing game in full swing, featuring characters navigating through an arena. The Geo80 character is consistently ahead throughout most frames, while other participants like PEP, BONK, and SHIB are also visible at different positions over time. This is a racing game scene where the character labeled Geo80 appears to be in constant motion, navigating through colorful obstacles and gaining points throughout. The leaderboard on the right updates frequently as different characters climb or drop ranks based on their performance during this race. In the image, a character named Geo80 is positioned at the top left corner of the screen. Various colored obstacles are scattered across the arena. And there's an ongoing leaderboard to the right listing different characters along with their points or ranks. The scene depicts an intense racing game where the Geo80 character leads with notable speed, while other characters like PEP, BONK, and SHIB navigate through vibrant obstacles. The leaderboard updates dynamically as performance changes among the racers. The scene showcases a competitive gaming scenario where the character Geo80 is navigating through obstacles. The leaderboard on the right lists various characters and their ranks, indicating an ongoing race with dynamic updates as bits move forward or backward based on performance. This is a racing game where multiple characters are competing against each other. The character named Geo80 is to be leading the race, with various obstacles in their path and different colored circles representing different positions or scores at the bottom of the screen. The character labeled Geo80 is navigating through a dark blue racing track filled with various colored circles representing different positions or scores. And the leaderboard on the right shows multiple characters. The environment features colorful dots and shapes scattered around as obstacles for the racer to avoid while attempting to maintain its lead in the race. In the sequence, Geo80 starts as a leader in an ongoing race but soon is overtaken by another character. The scene transitions to show different characters including one named MLIK, who is prominently displayed with its helmet. The video features a racing game with multiple characters competing against each other. The environment includes colorful circles and shapes as obstacles, adding to the challenge of navigating through them. As the race progresses, different racers take turns in leading positions while avoiding these obstacles. The characters are engaged in a race, maneuvering through the dark blue track filled with colored circles and obstacles. The leaderboard indicates that PEP is currently leading while other characters attempt to overtake or defend their position. The video showcases an intense race among various animated characters, each uniquely designed and sporting a pirate theme. The backdrop is consistently dark blue with colored circles adding to the dynamic feel of the environment. In this high-stakes competition, PEP, adorned in gold and black, leads at first but soon faces challenges. The video shows a competitive and intense racing game featuring animated characters with pirate themes. The racers are navigating through colored circles on a dark blue track, avoiding obstacles to reach the finish line first. Throughout the race, different racers take turns leading or closely following each other. This is a competitive racing game set on a dark blue track with colored circles and obstacles. Various animated characters, each uniquely designed to resemble pirates, are participating in the race, trying to outmaneuver one another as they speed through the course. The video showcases a competitive racing game featuring animated characters with pirate themes. The racers are navigating through colored circles on a dark blue track, trying to avoid obstacles and reach the finish line first. Different racers take turns leading or closely following each other throughout the race. The video showcases an engaging and competitive racing game with animated characters, including a green character with eyes on stalks resembling the popular Peppy are participating in the race. These racers navigate through colored circles on a dark blue track while avoiding various obstacles to reach the finish line first. The video showcases a competitive racing game set on a dark blue track with colored circles and obstacles. Various animated characters, each uniquely designed to resemble pirates or cartoonish creatures like Peppy the Frog, are participating in the race as they speed through the course trying to outmaneuver one another. In the video, a racing game unfolds in a dark blue track filled with various obstacles. The main characters are animated pirate-themed racers and other distinct character designs like Peppy the Frog. They navigate through colored circles that indicate checkpoints or hazards while avoiding each other to reach the finish line first. The video depicts a competitive racing game where various animated characters, including Peppy the Frog and other whimsical figures like an orange cat with sunglasses, are navigating through colored circles on a dark blue track. They must avoid obstacles to reach the finish line first. In the scene, the character AWIY is transformed into a green dragon-like creature and begins attacking other characters. This adds an element of danger to the race, as the attacked characters are temporarily incapacitated or defeated by the dragon transformation. The video features a series of animated racing scenes where whimsical characters, like Peppy the Frog and other distinct figures, engage in a competitive race on a dark blue track with colorful obstacles. This is a sequence from an animated racing game where characters are navigating through obstacles. The character named PEP appears to be leading, but the race seems intense with other characters also in close proximity. The character PEP is seen transforming into a green dragon like creature and attacking other characters, adding an element of danger to the race. The video showcases a dynamic and competitive animated racing game featuring various whimsical characters. PEPE is seen leading the race, with other colorful obstacles scattered across the track. The race is in full swing with PEE leading, and various obstacles are being navigated skillfully by the characters. The race continues with PE maintaining its lead, while other colorful obstacles continue to populate the track. The video captures an engaging animated race game featuring whimsical characters. PPE is a prominent character leading the race, navigating through various obstacles including colorful floating dots and shapes. The gameplay interface shows different colored chips labeled with numbers at the bottom of the screen, likely indicating scores or levels. In this scene, we see a colorful animated race game in progress. The character PEE leads the way on a dark background adorned with floating colored dots and various obstacles. A list of rankings appears to the right side of the screen, showcasing other players or characters, such as 1. The video showcases an animated race game where a character labeled PEE navigates through various obstacles and colorful dots on a dark background. Other characters, such as a cat minus-like figure with orange fur and a green frog minus-like creature also appear in the scene. The game scene features a competitive environment with various colorful dots and shapes that likely represent points or collectibles. The character PEPE is prominently displayed, indicating it as the current leading player in the race. The video begins with an animated race game featuring a character labeled PP navigating through colorful dots and obstacles on a dark background. The scene includes rankings of other characters or players, such as a cat minus-like figure and green frog minus-like creature. The scene transitions to a leaderboard with iFrey at the top, displaying times and scores. The clip then shows colorful dots and shapes on a dark background as various characters race forward. Among these characters is PEPE, identified by its green appearance and tongue sticking out. In the video, a character labeled PEPE is seen navigating through colorful dots and obstacles in an animated race game. Various characters or players are ranked on the right side of the screen, with PEP prominently displayed as it moves forward among other shapes and figures. The video features an engaging animated race game with characters navigating through a dark background filled with colorful dots and obstacles. The character labeled PEP, resembling a green frog, is prominently featured as it moves forward among various shapes and figures. The video features a competitive racing game where various animated characters are navigating through colorful dots and obstacles on a dark background. A character labeled PEE is prominently featured, moving forward as it avoids the colored dots while other smaller animated figures appear in pursuit or around PEP. In the video, a character labeled PEP is competing in an animated race game against various other characters. The vibrant, fast-paced environment showcases colorful dots representing obstacles or paths that the players must navigate through while racing forward at high speed on a dark background. Filled with these colored elements. The video showcases an animated race game featuring a character labeled PEP in the center, navigating through colorful dots and obstacles on a dark background. The scene is set within a red bordered square against a black backdrop filled with small colored shapes representing paths or obstacles. This scene depicts a competitive race in an animated game setting. The character labeled PEP is racing through colorful dots and obstacles on the dark background, while other characters are either chasing or positioned around it. The video features a character labeled PEP navigating through an animated race game, marked by colorful dots and obstacles against a dark background. As the sequence progresses, additional characters or tokens appear around PEP. The green character labeled Death, OUSY, is navigating through a series of colorful dots and obstacles in an animated race game. Other characters or tokens are also present, either chasing the main character or positioned around it. The scene is from a racing game with the main character, PE, moving through colored dots and obstacles against a dark background. Additional characters or tokens appear around PEP as it progresses in the race. It appears to be a competitive race game with multiple characters or tokens participating. The character named PEP seems to be in the lead, while others are either trailing behind or passing by. The green cartoon character is participating in a game or race with other characters, navigating through obstacles and colored dots. The scene depicts a competitive race game where the character named PEP is navigating through obstacles and colored dots. Other characters or tokens are present in the background, indicating that multiple players are participating in this racing event. This is a competitive race game where characters or tokens are navigating through obstacles and colored dots. The green cartoon character is participating in a game or race, navigating through obstacles and colored dots. Other characters are present in the background, indicating multiple players are involved in this racing event. The scene is a competitive race game where various cartoon characters navigate through obstacles and colored dots. The main focus seems to be on the character labeled PEP. There are also other tokens or avatars of different colors that appear throughout, possibly representing other players in the game. This is a competitive racing game where characters or tokens navigate through obstacles and collect points. A scene is of a competitive game where SDUSD labeled character seems to be leading or having an advantage. The presence of various tokens indicates there might be other players too, though they aren't as prominent in the current view. The character labeled Death, DUS, to be navigating through an obstacle course, collecting points represented by colored dots. The presence of various tokens suggests the participation of other players in this competitive game environment. This is a game environment featuring the character FDUSD, which seems to be leading. Other characters or tokens are scattered around, suggesting multiple players in this competitive setting with colorful dots and other small objects moving across the screen. A competitive game is in progress with SDUSD playing, indicated by various tokens and colorful dots that represent points or objectives. The sequence depicts a character labeled FDUSD navigating through an obstacle course with colorful dots. likely representing collectible points or obstacles. The tokens and scores on the right suggest that other players are also involved in this game minus-like environment. The scene is a game environment where the character labeled FDUSD navigates through various obstacles and collectible points, with other players listed on the right side of the screen. It appears to be some sort of competitive game where FDUSD is trying to accumulate points or achieve objectives while facing challenges. This scene depicts a competitive game where FDUSD is navigating through an obstacle course with collectible points or obstacles. Other players are also involved, as indicated by the list of names and scores on the right side of the screen. It seems to be a gaming environment where the character labeled Death, DUSD, is navigating through challenges, possibly collecting points or items. In this series of images, FDUSD is continuously navigating through a competitive gaming environment filled with various collectible items and challenges. It looks like a character or avatar named FDUSD is engaged in some sort of game, possibly collecting items as it moves through the scene. A green animated character, labeled FDUSD, is moving through a vibrant gaming environment. Small, colorful items are scattered around as the character collects them while navigating past various obstacles and challenges. The sequence presents a persistent scene where FDUSD is navigating through the virtual space, with no major changes or significant interaction occurring throughout. The video features a sequence where the green animated character, FDUSD, is continuously moving through various positions within the virtual space, seemingly collecting or interacting with small colorful items as it navigates. In the video, a green animated character named Death, DUFDUFDU, is seen moving through various positions within a virtual space. Small colorful items are scattered around as FDUSD navigates past these obstacles and challenges in its path. The sequence of frames shows FDUSD continuing its journey across the virtual environment, encountering and possibly interacting with various small objects or characters as it progresses. The video shows the green character named DefDUFD continuously moving through various positions within a virtual space, navigating past small colorful items and other obstacles as it progresses. The video features a sequence of frames showing an animated character known as FDUSD. This green, cartoonish figure appears to be moving through various positions within a virtual space. The background is consistently dark with small colorful items scattered around. Throughout the clips, FDUSD interacts with these objects and moves past them. The video features an animated green character, referred to as FDUSD, navigating through a virtual environment. The background is dark with scattered small colorful items and other characters or objects moving around. Throughout the sequence, FDUSD interacts with these elements or moves past them, maintaining its focus on progressing forward within this virtual space. The video showcases the virtual journey of a green animated character, prominently labeled FDUSD, navigating through various positions within its digital realm. The backdrop is consistently dark and adorned with small colorful elements, creating an engaging visual environment. The video shows an animated green character named FDUSD moving through various positions within a digital environment. The background is consistently dark, with small colorful items scattered around and other characters or objects present in the scene. The video shows an animated green character labeled FDUSD navigating through a virtual space. Throughout the sequence, FDUSD moves forward, surrounded by small colorful elements and other characters or objects in the background. The animated green character labeled FDUSD is navigating through a dark virtual space, surrounded by small colorful elements. Other characters or objects are also present in the scene. The scene depicts the animated green character named FDUSD continuing to move through a digital space filled with small colorful elements and other characters or objects. A list of usernames appears on the right side, indicating scores or rankings associated with each user. The video shows a sequence of animated frames featuring the character FDUSD. The green cartoonish figure is seen navigating through a virtual space filled with small colorful particles and objects, indicating movement or interaction within the digital environment. The green cartoonish figure, labeled FDUSD, is moving through a virtual space filled with small colorful particles and other characters. There's also a list of usernames on the right side, showing scores or rankings associated with each user. The scene is showing an animated green character labeled FDUSD in a virtual environment, with various colorful objects floating around. There's also a list of usernames on the right side that likely show scores or rankings associated with each user. The green character labeled FDUSD remains in the center of a digital environment, interacting with colorful particles and small objects. The scene shows the green character FDUSD in a virtual environment with colorful particles and small objects scattered around. The list of usernames on the right side indicates scores or rankings associated with each user, suggesting some form of ranking system within this digital space. The character is engaged in a digital activity, possibly an interactive game or simulation. The scene unfolds in a digital environment, featuring the FDUSD character interacting with colorful particles and small objects. To the right of the main screen, there is a list indicating scores or rankings associated with usernames like 1, FDUSD, 2nd, POPCE, etc. This scene takes place in a virtual environment with the main character FDUSD displayed prominently. There are various small objects like coins and gems floating around, adding to the playful atmosphere of this digital setting. The video presents a whimsical digital scene featuring the FDUSD character, which is displayed in large letters at the bottom of the screen. The backdrop is dark and scattered with colorful particles that float around, adding to the playful ambience. The scene consistently shows the FDUSD character in a relaxed state, with minimal changes between frames. The video features a vibrant digital setting where the FDUSD character remains stationary while various small animated objects like coins and gems float around in different positions. The background is dark, dotted with colorful particles, creating an engaging visual experience throughout the sequence of frames. In the video, you see a large green cartoon character with exaggerated features. It has bulging eyes and an open mouth showing its red tongue. The background is dark blue scattered with colorful particles that float around like stars of confetti. The scene features a stationary, large green cartoon character with exaggerated facial expressions and bulging eyes. The background is dark blue scattered with colorful particles that float around like stars or confetti. The video features a large green cartoon character with exaggerated facial expressions, such as wide eyes and an open mouth revealing its tongue. The background is dark blue scattered with colorful particles that float around like stars or confetti. The scene shifts to a light blue background with the text FDUSD in yellow and square brackets, accompanied by several small particles floating around. This could be part of an introductory or transition effect within the game interface. The green character is moving unshooting sparks or projectiles at the other characters, while the beige dog minus-like figure appears with sunglasses. This video is capturing an animated and energetic scene from a game, featuring various characters like a green cartoon character, beige dog minus-like figures with sunglasses, different colored triangles on the screen, as well as text showing player names and scores. The green character is shooting at the beige dog minus-like figures, and a blue figure with sunglasses also joins in. Various colorful shapes are scattered across the screen as part of the game environment. The video shows a sequence of animated characters moving around in what appears to be an online game environment. Initially, there are various colored triangles on the screen and text displaying player names and scores. The green character is shooting at beige dog minus-like figures with sunglasses, while different colorful shapes like squares appear as part of the gameplay. The scene depicts a digital game where the green character is shooting at beige dog minus-like figures with sunglasses. The environment includes various colorful shapes, and there are player names listed on the right side of the screen. The video showcases a digital game environment where various animated characters, including green frog minus-like figures and beige dog minus-like figures with sunglasses, are moving around. The green character continues to move and shoot, facing different colored shapes representing other players. In this series, the green frog minus-like character with a red hat engages in combat, shooting and striking beige dog minus-like figures. There's an explosion effect when they clash, followed by their separation as if they've been defeated or incapacitated. In the video, a green frog minus-like character is engaged in gameplay within an animated environment. It shoots and strikes at beige dog minus-like characters with sunglasses, which then explode upon impact. The sequence shows the ongoing combat between these characters, indicating that this is part of a digital game context. The scene is an animated depiction of a competitive digital game, where characters are engaging in combat. It appears to be an animated or video game scene where a green character with glasses is interacting with other characters and objects in the environment, suggesting some form of gameplay or interaction. The green character, wearing glasses in the back eye, is seen interacting with various elements in the dark environment. It moves around amidst colorful geometric shapes like triangles, squares, and circles floating in space. The presence of other characters or entities indicates an ongoing dynamic interaction within this animated setting. It seems like a game or animation where these characters are playing against each other in an interactive environment. It seems like a competitive or interactive gaming environment where the characters are engaging in some form of activity.